Hello, and this is Tina, and welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm going to show you the inside of the Funschooling Journal for Christian families. This one is for grades 6th, 7th, and 8th, so you can use it for either of those grades. They do have one that is geared towards, I think it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, but it's the same journal. It's just that the writing in it is a little bit bigger, and it's changed up just a little bit. But I have middle schoolers, so I got this one. But at any rate, this one talks about study 20 interesting and relevant topics, 365 delight directed learning pages. Let's get started. These are some of the topics that you will be going over with this particular journal. You will have story time, nature study, art, logic, life science, math, news and world, classical literature, study time, social studies, history, reading, and learn to draw, film, Bible, and history. As with any Thick and Tree book, you can draw or pick 8 interesting things that you would like to learn about with this particular journal. You will also be able to use put the books here, and it's 8 books. Here you just write your Bible verse, your prayer list, and your to-do list. In the history part of this book, you write about what is important today or what important event happened today. And then you write about what happened on that particular day in the past, which I think is very, very interesting. And then you'll color the continent where this event happened. And then they have another on the corresponding page. It has yesterday's news. So whatever happened yesterday, you write about the prior day. Over here, it has a little section about earning money and about occupations. You look at the picture, you observe it, figure out what that occupation is, and you write I am a and fill in the blank. And then you learn about that particular occupation. You write about what that person is doing, what skills you need in order to do that job, and how would the world be without this one job, and what kind of education does you need for this job, and you rate from 1 to 10. Would you do this job? I love this part. It's the copy work. This is the literature part of this Think and Tree journal, and it talks about Anne of Green Gables. Actually, my daughter is doing this one right now, but I bought this one for the future for my son. What you do, you read this passage and then you just copy it on the corresponding page. My daughter is thoroughly enjoying this journal. Then they have this unique spin, the animal quiz. You write, how much do you know about this particular animal? And at first I kid you not, I could not tell what was in this picture, but my daughter was like, Ma, it's a bee. So if you look closely, you see that it is an actual bee that's in this picture. And then on this side, you score this particular animal based on can they swim from 1 to 10, jumping, running, hunting, and the list goes on, and you rate that particular insect or animal. Here they have dyslexic games, a section in the book where you work dyslexic games to help with logic and helping the right side and the left side of the brain to work together. Here you have the nature study where you go outside and you make a realistic drawing of something that you see or that you find in nature. Here is story time. And then what I like about it, it has a picture, and then you or the child are to do what happens next. So they will draw the rest of the story. So whatever they think is going on here in this picture, they will draw what they think should happen next. This is the 1 hour of reading time. I personally divide it up in 15-minute intervals. 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. But I let the children pick whether or not they want to use that one particular book or use 4 different books from the 8 books that they already picked. This is the Christian part of it, which is the Bible times. It's focusing on John 21 on this particular page, and it asks you the question, are you familiar with this story from the Bible? If so, you can tell in your own words what's happening in this picture or what happened in John chapter 21, and you write it on this corresponding page. Now, if you're not a Christian homeschooler, you can just not do this and just make up your own little activity here, because basically this is like the only Christian part of it, and then a couple of pages throughout the book it has more things, but it's not like every other page is something dealing with Christian things, and you can just make it to whatever you want. Here is breakfast, lunch, dessert and dinner, and then you have film study. You have draw the missing parts in the picture. You have coloring time. You have your emotions and your moods. You have drawing time. You have practice on your writing with different font exercises. You also have spelling time that you use your books. And this is online math time. So whatever online math that you want to do, here they says math. They have different things. You can do Math Train TV or Khan's Academy. You can use whatever you want. You can use Discovery K-12. You can use teaching textbooks, whatever you use online. It'll be perfectly fine. This is copy work. You use whatever you need to do with your copying work. And this is listening time. So this is the time to pull out those great audio books or those classical music that you would like to listen to. And so you listen to it, and then you draw or write something about how you feel on this corresponding page. Here they have how you can earn money with dealing with occupations. And what I like, it gives you an extra sheet where you can write some more books or get some more books to help you with this journal. And here it has Bible verses that you can use. Now, if you're not a Christian homeschooler, you cannot write a Bible verse. You can just write a quote that you like. And this is the Lexus game with thinking time. And then they have another what happened next picture. And it kind of repeats with different pictures. And history, it has history. It has animal quizzes. So it's pretty much a very, very good book. I really like it. And what I like about it, just doesn't, it does Anne of Green Gables, but it also have your children be able to be introduced to other different classics, famous classic books like Around the World in 80 Days. And then they read this passage, and then they copy it on the next page. So throughout this book, they're going to be introduced to various different forms of classical books, which I really, really like, and it's not overwhelming. It's just enough. And then there's another Bible time. And then here they have the Call of the Wild. So you read that passage and then you copy it. So it's pretty neat how they done it. So I think even if you're not a Christian homeschooler, you can still benefit from this book. You just skip the part that's dealing with Christian, which is not a lot in this book, as you can see. And then on the part where it says the Bible verse, don't think you can do it. You can just scratch that out or just write your famous quote or whatever you want it to be in that particular section. So again, this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy, just giving you a sneak peek on what's going on in this Funschooling journal for Christian families. Have a good day. Bye.